Senator. I recognize the ranking member for motion.
Mr. Chairman, the general has been making references to a CNN article, which I think he did not fully read. The opening sentence is, Pentagon officials are holding informal discussions about how the Department of Defense would respond if Donald Trump issued orders to deploy active duty troops domestically and fire large swaths of apolitical staffers, defense official told CNN. First, the deployment domestically of United States military forces raises the issue of capacity comitatus and the legality of the law. Further, and another quote, Trump's election has also raised questions inside the Pentagon about what would happen if the president issued an unlawful order, particularly if his political appointees inside the department didn't push back. Troops, quote, troops are compelled by law to disobey unlawful orders, said another defense official. But the question is, what happens then? Do we see resignations from senior military leaders, or would they view this as abandoning their people? So contrary to being an article directed at thwarting the president, this was an article realistically raising questions which are still present here today. What if the president, who has said due process is not really something he has to enforce in the Constitution, what about a president who's talking about his third term? Will he use the military forces to help secure his third term? The comment about thwarting came from a commentator, Republican commentator, Mr. Jennings, with Wolf Blitzer. What he said is, he said they're already having discussions about how to countermand the commander-in-chief. That does not comport to this article that you refer to. And then they're having meetings with each other about to thwart the duly elected president. That's not the CNN article. That's a Republican commentator on CNN. Here's what Blitzer did in follow-up. But let me follow up, Scott. Let me follow up you, because Trump as president will be the commander-in-chief. But what these president officials, Pentagon officials are considering right now in discussing among themselves, what if he gives the Pentagon, the U.S. military, illegal orders to do certain things? What do they do then? That's the essence of the article, General Tata. I would request unanimous consent to submit the article for the record and also the commentary on the Blitzer.
Without objection.
I yield back my time.
And Mr. Tata, would you like to respond?
Chairman, I would. Thank you for that opportunity. Just for the avoidance of doubt, I want to make it clear that my commentary is precisely focused on loyalty to the Constitution and the oath that we take. And admirals and generals in the Pentagon should not, as was indicated in this article, be having conversations about how to resist the commander-in-chief providing lawful orders. And controversial orders may be lawful. And so I want to be crystal clear, Chairman and Ranking Member, that I've upheld the Constitution in every job that I've had. And I take it very seriously that Article 2 appoints the commander-in-chief, the president as commander-in-chief. And no uniformed officer has the right to supersede the commander-in-chief's authority of a lawful order. And that is the point that I am trying to get across.
Well, I think you're missing the point, because the point is illegal orders. And that's exactly what the CNN report was talking about. And you say here, I will follow every legal order, but never an illegal order. If you are ordered, or the Department, Secretary of Defense is ordered, to use military forces to go into the city of the United States to pick up illegals or legal citizens, would you have a discussion at whether or not this is appropriate under the Constitution of the United States?
Senator, if confirmed, I'd be the Personnel and Readiness Undersecretary, and I wouldn't have any role in that function. The conversation around the use of the Insurrection Act, or individuals have been deployed throughout history by President H.W. Bush, by President Johnson, to help preserve peace and integrate schools, for example. So, of course, there would be conversations, Ranking Member.
Exactly the conversations that you are criticizing. Thank you.
Yes, the chair gave the ranking member quite a bit of leeway there. I thought we were going to enter a statement in the record. It seems